Just in the series of New Age business briefings, and today we're in Limpopo. We're speaking to the Premier about the Provincial Development Plan. And just before the break, we were chatting about the plan itself, how it came into being, and the Premier told us that all stakeholders in the province came in, sat down, talked about it, and bought into it. Then we played you a clip of the thoughts of the people on the street, and there seems to be a little bit of a gap in terms of what the Premier was hoping the process was, and what some of the people perceived it to have been. So let's chat to the Premier now. There's a businessman before the break who said, we don't know about this plan, we weren't included. That might mean that some people were left out.
You know, dealing with a society, Peter, it's not like solving a mathematical question. We depend mainly on membership organizations. You know. When we say we are consulting, we can only consult through membership organizations. If that businessman doesn't belong to any structure, surely he will not be in the position to meet some of this information. So that is why we always encourage our people, please belong somewhere, so that it becomes easy for government to access you. Because if we are going to try and access all the 5 million people in the province one by one, it's not going to be easy.
But you're hoping that the SMMEs and the informal sector becomes formal. These are the guys that you really need to reach. These are the ones that are creating the jobs. But usually they don't belong to associations because they're busy just trying to make a living. So how do you reach those?
Now, the SMMEs to an informal sector, those are the people who are in fact better organized than many big businesses, because they are in their own informal sector structures. You know, you'll have, I think, even before apartheid, you had structures such as ICHIP, you know, which was organizing informal traders. So I agree that the province may not be that organized when it comes to that. But we did consult a number of business membership organizations, and we thought we consulted extensively.
All right, so some people feel that you came to them when it was election time, and now that we voted you in, you sit in your ivory towers and that you don't come to the people. What do you say to that person?
You know, it's very unfortunate that we still have our people who still view us like that. Look, we do outreach programs, you know. We do outreach programs every month. We do conduct. In fact, as the Premier's office, as a province, we do outreach programs ourselves. MECs themselves are doing that. Municipalities are doing that. Mayors and the like are doing that. We are encouraging our councillors also to form what committees which must meet frequently and regularly with the people on the ground. I'm addressing people, I think, almost every week. Even day before yesterday, I was addressing people. I do my own bliss visits almost every week. I go to schools, I go to hospitals, I go to villages, you know. So obviously, we will not reach everybody.
All right. So the other big thing and concern for the people of Limpopo, it sounds like, is jobs. You're not creating enough jobs. I know that in your plan you're talking about creating 430,000 jobs almost by 2020. Yes. So I've got a question for you. In your State of the Province address, I think in the last quarter to December you created 29,000 jobs. Now if I did a quick calculation, that's about 116,000 a year. So which means in 5 years, you could create 600,000 jobs. Now, if your plan is to grow the economy, build, expand, why are you only targeting 430,000? Are you planning to underachieve?
No. No. That is why we qualify the kind of jobs that we are talking about, sustainable jobs. You know, we want to create quality and sustainable jobs within 429,000 within the period 5 years. I think up till 2020. You know, but it's not like we are planning to underachieve. We are planning to improve the quality.
All right, okay. So 150,000 people are going to be wondering. But my question also now is, you know, when we do these unemployment figures, and a lot of people at home may not know that they measure it on the basis of those people trying to get a job compared to those that do have a job. But there are people who have given up trying to look for a job. So what is the state of play? The Democratic Alliance say that unemployment could be as high as 43%. That's a big number.
Expanded definition of unemployment. Yes, I think they are correct. That is why I also mentioned that, Peter, in the State of the Province address, that this 16% is the official unemployment growth. But you have about between 43 and 45% unemployment rate when you analyze unemployment or define unemployment using the expanded definition. There are people who have given up in looking for jobs, I agree. Hence, we are saying that we need to access as many people as possible. Hence, we are saying we need to change the structure of the economy to make it appetizing to even those people who have given up in looking for jobs.
All right. The State of the Province address in February, people reacted to it. They had their thoughts about it. COSATU said they're worried about education. They say, yes, it's a societal issue and everybody needs to be involved. I'm just wondering where in your provincial development plan the education is taking, because skills and education is a pillar of yours. They said that they want a provincial education summit and they're not getting a response from you. Is this something that's going to happen? Is it going to help, or do you have other plans?
Very soon, in a period that should not exceed about 2 weeks, we'll be appointing a new MEC for education. But currently we do have an acting MEC for education who's a very able person. And if you look at him, you'll see that he's able.
So might this happen, this educational summit with stakeholders to try and solve the education challenges?
Yes, I think we will have an education summit. Definitely, we need it. I agree with you.
All right. So the other thing that they were worried about as well is the revitalization, refurbishment of nursing schools that have been closed down. How far down the track are you with that?
Perhaps let me involve my colleagues here, the MEC for Health, because I know that EXCO did take a resolution on that matter.
All right. Is the MEC for Health
MEC
with us?
is here.
What table are you? Okay. If we can get a microphone to the MEC here to talk about some of the plans that are there for refurbishing and revitalizing the nursing schools that have been closed down. What's happening there? And also if you could address, MEC, the number of skills that are exiting and leaving the public service. If you could just stand up so that the cameras can pick you up. And if you could just start by telling the nation who you are so we've got it on record.
Thank you very much, Peter, and thanks to the viewers. I'm Ishmael Khajebe, the MEC of Health, Limpopo Province. Talking about the nursing colleges, we, together with the National Department of Health, we are involved in a program of refurbishment of nursing colleges in the province. The have been a lot of projects that we have done now to try and refurbish, but we're also building new campuses, especially and we are at the planning phase of both Waterberg and the Sekhukhune district. We have done refurbishment this financial year of the Mankweng campus, we have done the Giyani campus, and we are busy in the Wembe campus. We have done a computer lab in partnership with business at Mankweng and at Giyani campus. We're now busy at the Wembe campus. We have a challenge of nursing educators because of the employment relation reforms, the conditions of service, especially in relation to rural allowance for nursing educators. But we are now busy with a recruitment process to ensure that we have capable educators to continue educating our nurses. We are busy looking at the professionals that we need to. Indeed, there are challenges, especially in certain professional fields, especially in tertiary hospitals, especially the specialists. Partly because you'll discover that sometimes the country also has got a shortage of skills in those areas. And in those instances where we are competing with the metropolitan provinces, our highly skilled professionals prefer metropolitan areas. But even in a province like ours, they look at the most urbanized areas. So you'll find that along the N1, we have got more skills than we will find in the Wembe and in the Sekhukhune district. So you've got those district hospitals and regional hospitals thinning up on certain areas of skills. But we've got, in instances where many of them we have budgeted for the posts, we allow management to recruit professionals. Even when they present themselves, they don't have to look for any authority. They hire at any professional presenting themselves. And every time we now started a process that we're looking at the people that will come here. We are talking to the professionals, many of them coming from the province, to see how much they can help in the recruitment of specialists.
All right, so this is recruitment, this is education, but what about retention? Because some of your skills are leaving the public service, and that's where you need them to stay. What are you doing to keep them in service?
Yeah, we are looking into that. There's a lot of work we are looking at that. Part of them is what support we give, what infrastructure we have, and sometimes what facilities we have in our facility. So the hospital and clinic recapitalization program is actually looking at that, providing accommodation in some of the most outlying areas and so on.
All right, we're going to have to take a quick break. I'll get another comment from you. Perhaps they just want more money, MEC. We don't know. More on this after this break. Stay with us.